inspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired.
Backed by popular demand.
I can't imagine why. It's got to be the worst episode.
No one actually asked for it.
Oh.
But anyway, it's part 2 of that last country practice episode.
I thought you were going to say that last clusterfuck.
No, it was fine. It was fine. There he is. Handsome. Hooray.
No, I'm talking about the episode, not us.
Well, who waves like that? No one.
Yeah, they teach in the police force.
What do they say? Red and green should never be seen. After I watched this last time, I figured out there were Auntie Vet. She was the park ranger.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Now it makes sense.
That makes sense.
There's no bike path there. The two of them are dangerously riding through
They look
scrub.
very worried.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, shaking your head no. Yeah, God doesn't
happen.
approve of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Why does everybody
Life
walk
doesn't
up to a camera and then suddenly they go, Ma, open their mouth like they're surprised? Ma.
I think it's a
Sophie,
country
part 2, or the Big Smoke, Unfriendly City.
Yeah, I think that's where we went and had some hideously overpriced hipster breakfast. It's the slums. But it's picturesque Sydney. It's a panoramic establishing shot.
Yeah.
But it's probably written
Finishing
in
in
there.
King's Cross. Oh, that's still there.
Yeah, that's right. That's where is it Cafe de Lune is what it is.
Yeah.
He's just come up from Big Hot Dog.
Yeah.
He's got, I've got to go for a walk too.
He's gotten hooked on pie floaters since he's been in Sydney.
Yeah, he's got to take those massive stairs around Potts Point just to work off all the Sydney fare.
Now, if she, it's not the drugs. If she looks fucked getting to the top of those stairs.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably had to do that about 5 times.
Oh, I'd have to have a break halfway up.
One of the producers said, we just have to keep going. She's going to have a heart attack.
Sophie?
Is this just coincidence or he knows where to find her? Telecom.
Great hiding spot.
Yeah, Sydney, no one takes any notice of
Yeah.
some possible domestic abuse happening on the street.
Yeah.
Let me go. I do not need you. I'm
22,
22 years old
are
and
you?
capable of running my own life. Now let me go.
22.
That addict you live with.
But this is a big point in her career because she's now doing roles that are older.
What gives you the right? What gives you the
Probably claims
possible
to.
right?
But what's with the shot though? They've still deliberately this is a big dramatic scene, but they've deliberately gone down here just to get the Harbour Bridge in and
and Woolloomooloo. All those.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Perfect shot. Hold it there because we've got Woolloomooloo and the bridge.
Yeah.
And Lynn Park if you look really closely. Yeah, she could outrun
But
him.
listen to the chase music. Chase music. Oh wow.
She's on.
Jeff Harvey's gone overtime on the piano.
That's right. It probably is.
Lost her.
But how can she outrun him? She's on. She's on
you'd
drugs.
hear it, yeah.
It's not like she's on high grade cocaine. She's suddenly.
Someone's been cutting her heroin with human growth hormone.
I keep on expecting it to be that dun 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 bong bong music that I should know what it's called, but they play it in taxis.
Yeah. Come on, super sleuth.
He's off to go back to the social worker's office for a sandwich.
He pinched me, Andrew. Look, stop it, all of you.
Nice teeth.
This is my house. I will talk to you.
So she's.
I come on. I want to hear his acting.
Damn right.
He's great.
Why'd you come to take responsibility for this? What a sandwich.
Well, I did.
I can't say sandwich. A sandwich. I want a sandwich.
Yeah, the vet was his acting coach, obviously. He's giving him the thumbs up. Going, want a sandwich? You're perfect. Cut.
Saying it had no responsibility.
I said if he wanted to go after his wife, he should leave his children with a friend. But not overnight, and I'm not a very good friend.
But Kat, barmaids are good friends to all the world.
So
His
is she doing
delivery.
her certificate at TAFE by correspondence or something like?
The children?
So she goes from being a barmaid to park ranger.
You know, I once knew a family that had 13 kids, and they were no trouble at all.
Into a sort of peanut
What?
made of
What the- See, you talked over that. You've stopped talking and I missed the crucial information.
Not
You hear
me,
something
you.
about a
You made the
peanut.
deal.
You took delivery?
Not mine now. Hungry.
None of them can talk.
None of them can act.
See?
I want to go home.
So this
Sit
this
tight
was
before
their
the
whole
animals
graduating
outside.
class at NIDA. He's just all here. Oh, look at that. That's dramatic. He's still in hospital, apparently.
Look at
What's
how
with it?
he
Yeah, what's
is.
with the coy figure in the background? What are you thinking about, Bob? I don't know. Just
Do you
stuff.
think that you're Homo sapien too?
I thought she was coming for me, you know.
Just dreamy.
I missed the end. The doc's got to tell me.
All I can think of inappropriate thoughts, like I thought she was coming, but she got caught up with her
Don't bleed there.
primary school
Get
ballet
up there
class.
unless there's
Oh.
something radically wrong.
Here we
like
go.
Takes
an
the-
old Spanish dancer or something.
Oh, yes. Had a good night? Feeling wide awake?
Did we actually find out what was wrong with him?
Enough to talk yet, Doc.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
here
it's
we
good
go.
news.
Big reveal.
I've got time to get my affairs in order.
You could say that.
As long as it
They've-
doesn't
they've-
involve
they've adjusted-
walking.
They've adjusted the light so
30
it's
years.
look how
Bob, you've
Much-
got piles. Hemorrhoids. One of the curses mankind inherited when we decided to walk upright instead of on all fours. Blame your ancestors.
You put me in hospital for piles?
We had to take it seriously. The symptoms could have indicated bowel cancer, but I've got the pathology report right here and you're in the clear.
there we go. That
I was driving days ago. I thought
that
she was
sorts
coming.
out that whole
Well,
storyline.
that's probably
Yeah, thank God.
the same reason that you had diarrhea.
I was like
and
gripped there
anxiety.
for a second.
Oh no! It's like,
So, thanks.
thinking, okay, it's that old
Gotta go. You
comedy chestnut thing
haven't you?
in a series. It's like he thinks that he's got
got to learn to take that sort
cancer.
of thing on the chin,
It turns out to be piles or something else like
Yeah,
that.
but she
it's-
didn't read the second page, which says you've got diabetes and we're going to have to take your
Not unless
legs.
it gets worse, there are easier ways.
He's so relieved about he doesn't have cancer. He's not
Yeah.
even going to notice. Hardly worth mentioning.
It's only when he attempts to hop out of bed and falls on the floor that he realises they're gone.
No, he's obviously got his
Grabs a
hands
couple of
full.
toilet plungers,
too busy to
shoves them
run.
in the stump. I'm fine.
What I said to the
When he
doctor
walks.
when she told me that could have been a chance I had something here. I said,
Gee, the
"Doc,
pacing in this episode seems really
Yeah, slow. Yeah. Like the fact that they've like let this go on for minutes.
I can take it. I can take it.
Oh,
Tinkerbell chumps, okay.
there's the drugs wizard is going to come out. That was clearly this is the magic scene.
Hey, Soph, he's got no rights.
Oh.
He can't drag you off to the bush.
Why do they talk like that? Just because they're on heroin?
He's your old man.
I'm so scared.
It's okay, safe.
Oh, the weird thing is that I remember this
Back
being
to the
really
bush.
scary and really tense.
Oh, come on. Got to hear Charles Bronson here.
Come between me and my daughter.
This is my room. You've got no place here. Go before I call my mum.
You don't have any mates.
I'm not leaving. Not until we've
You
talked.
don't have
If
any
you like, come
friends.
back. I'll keep coming back.
It's going to get real.
It's disturbing. It's the same
It's
show.
amazing all the fuss these doctors make about such a little thing, eh?
Yes, Bob.
She's not going to stand up because her hips are going to be 2 picandles wide from eating all those biscuits.
Yeah, just a minor ailment, eh?
Look at him. In the bed. It looks like the front cover of a Smiths album. He's got the shirt open. Arm
does.
cocked.
You don't
Yeah.
turn your toes up or anything, but you might never walk again or can't enjoy your beer because your liver's...
Why are they having the conversation? Isn't he leaving? He's about to
Yeah,
grab his
he's
bag.
gone. He's gone.
Cheer up, my old son.
In a typical hospital, they go, okay, come on, you've got your bag. Scoot, out you go.
I'm
They're
glad
gonna
Bob's
want
going to be
patient.
okay.
Yeah. That's why they're hoping to get Sophie back. Go, yeah, we've got number 3, and she's
Yeah.
an interesting case.
Yeah.
I mean, cheer up. Stuck in this bed, all bandaged up, having used pots and pans. I
For
mean, this
broken
plaster
arm?
is so itchy. You want me laughing all the time?
Well,
Mm.
you
Ooh,
smile.
come on, proper smile.
I
Oh, I thought she was going to scold him.
smiling 10 times a day
Oh, she
promotes
is.
healing.
Where did you hear that?
Actually, it's a fact. I read it in a magazine.
Why aren't it getting better?
Because you're being silly, you have to hold the smile.
Oh, she just reminds me so much of that.
Mum?
Who's that chick in Spider-Man?
Chicken Spider-Man.
The chick in Spider-Man.
Yeah, old Snaggletooth.
Yeah. She's like that whole,
Just this
I
once.
have a
Try and
girly
get my
voice
way.
and a blonde
Yeah.
and I'm cute. And you go, well, you're young enough to be able
I get
to
a phone call
ride through on it.
telling me
Yeah,
that
fine.
my daughter,
Here we go.
my beloved daughter, is in hospital with an overdose.
God, that's probably how
I
my
come
did
down
would
here
talk if he
expecting
found out
Yeah,
that I
he
had
would.
Hospital.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
it's got the same
You must
hair.
have known that by the time you could have got here, I'd either be checked out or dead.
I wasn't thinking
Yeah, that's what he would say too.
Cooley.
This is
to talk to you.
yeah. We
What did he say?
I want to talk to you.
Oh.
Try and understand.
I don't need this.
What is this, like a timeshare
This
thing?
can't exactly be ethical. Wouldn't at this point he'd be?
Yeah, but if
you know,
they sit through
banging
the
on the
whole...
door and say someone called my new social work friend. She'd like
But if
to
they
be
sit
with
through
us.
the whole seminar, they get free snack at the end of it.
You're coming from too far away, but
I think they get
You
a...
promised me stuff. I want a head of stuff. Oh, look at judgment. And back to wholesome.
White bread like Spider-Man's.
She's talking about Spider-Man too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought she said Spider-Man. Does everyone want to talk about Spider-Man
Return
for?
to Spider-Man.
Bread,
Okay, let me get this straight. Andrea, you want brown bread.
brown
Ooh.
That girl in the red's going to eat a sandwich through that dish
You want
rack.
white.
bread.
Okay, Mandy, what would you like?
Oh, more wheat.
What's a more wheat?
It's a crunchy delight.
But there's someone behind her, like, you know, in the wings, and parents that are convinced that she's going to play the next.
Yeah.
They want her to play Annie, but she's more likely to be
Kath, what are you doing with
the
my wheat?
third orphan to the right. But, oh, here we
Listen,
go.
I have to be at the club in half an hour and I want to try and get in contact with Malcolm Bates. Can you look after these little treasures?
Sure.
What did you say?
I said, sure, it'll be a snap.
Daddy
Thank you.
daycare.
Lunch.
Everyone's realised how depressing and slow these
Okay.
other stories are.
Lunch. What?
Brown.
Brown?
White. More wheat.
More wheat. Yes, I've seen those.
I've seen those on
Yes,
television.
they're good and usually big.
Oh, the skills.
On that yacht, yes.
Bosoms.
Here we go.
Oh, back we go. How long have they been
Stare
standing there
off.
for? He looks at his watch. Wow, I've been here 2 years. Got to get back to the valley.
That was the chat.
Oh no, it's mind games. You're free to go.
Doors open.
It's just got too uncomfortable. He's got to go. Okay, I'd rather just bail on you as my daughter,
You interfere
just to
with
break
my
the
life.
silence.
You bully Paul out of his own
Oh,
home,
what
and the
a
door is
nag!
open.
Yes, you want to go with Paul? You never want to see me again? You go.
This is like suddenly
Okay, well, let's wait.
that was convincing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. You fucked up, Terrence.
But
That
it's
didn't work
if you
as
love
planned.
something, let it go. If it's yours, it'll come back. When she comes back as an AIDS-riddled corpse, but you get the
Yeah.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there we go. Is she going to admit to being Daddy's little girl and she's going to get cleaned up? Is this how it goes?
Yeah, I think she does.
But how lucid and straight is it? You think if you said, right, one of these people in the room is on drugs, you go, yeah, he's on prescriptions.
And you were fighting. And you were
Oh, here we go.
I think
She's
Esme's going to
Mrs.
come in and
Doubtfire.
she's going to... Esme's going to, like, tear him to shreds.
Only kid.
No, she's going to do it by reading a story because it's going to be.
Oh, hello, Miss Watson. Can I help you?
Oh, it's an anti-TV
No, she's
episode.
going to kill one of them in front of the other two just to set us down.
Yeah.
She comes from the...
Think you should threaten the
what?
children like that, Dr. Tyler?
Yes, I should.
There's acid push genes.
Think you're serious?
Well, I am totally serious. No jury in the world
Yeah.
will convict me.
No jury would ever give you an Oscar
How can I
either.
help you, Miss Watson?
I think the little dog's
It-
sick.
I seriously thought he would be screaming his head off before she came in, just to heighten.
And I think the little bitch is pregnant.
Dr. Little Ears.
No, it's all right. We don't call cows bulls, do we, kids? And we don't call bitches dogs.
No.
Oh. Did that make sense to you? Is that like
None of this makes sense.
Vet Science 101 or something?
I was just going to turn into a home handyman episode.
Yeah.
The two of them are going to work on a renovation project to get beyond the drugs.
I can't.
What are you suggesting?
like-
That's what Marnie Hazelhurst.
begin-
Yeah, this is like a behind the scenes on Better Homes and Gardens.
Yeah.
A woman
After Naomi's like,
Well, they probably do that, and they've
you
probably got those.
could do this to
you
yourself.
know, every so often, it's a.
I mean, it's not pretty, is it, Sophie? You've got to admit, it isn't pretty.
Yes, well, if I'd known you were coming, Dad, I would have got to...
1 minute she's lying on the
Silk
mattress in the
Maybe a few
kitchen
Helen rugs, but I mean, if you
living
don't
room
have
and
one,
talking about like I need drugs. At this stage, would she be nagging and?
Yeah, you had prospects.
And I was grown up, and I had a choice.
Oh.
And I chose to be
Okay.
a junkie.
I chose to be a junkie.
You told me.
That'd be a good sample.
You said you started using heroin in Asia or Africa with your boyfriend.
With my lover.
what that's the point of contention.
And then, back in
You're the-
London, uncontaminated
So,
supplies are out here.
do you reckon audiences have actually heard about this whole thing about she's going off overseas and she's going to the mysterious East and then she's ending up in respectable London? And
No, I don't know.
they're making this up as they go along.
Do you think I'm some sort
Script writers disappeared somewhere in Sydney.
It's a question of coming
Oh,
to terms, really.
The reveal.
Coming to terms?
Uh,
With what?
with what?
With this? With this? This? This?
With me!
Oh, I see. She's playing the mind games now.
Do you want to buy me a cup of coffee?
No.
Just be a minute.
I thought he had a thermos. I go,
London
what?
Valley
There's a.
and, I was trying to make some contacts.
Pull the bag up a little bit more. You can't just
And I
be
saw this kid
gardener on break.
over there. A kid sitting on a bench and shooting.
Oh, she's now got the woolly cardigan on,
Yeah.
the woolly jumper, to show that she is.
But he
Wholesome
comes
at
to
heart.
terms with it.
She's mumsy.
He got his priorities right.
Are they takeaway cups? Or have they just.
I just love
They've
it.
gone to the
Junior.
social worker's
That's their
place.
gimmick. Yeah.
And
He used to work
He taught the nurse everything she knew about stealing biscuits.
priorities.
He goes, grab your cup, Sophie. Let's walk outside.
she is not 22. They look like a married couple.
It was like some sort of a revelation.
Oh, that's a bit creepy. Yeah.
A life-changing experience. I mean,
So she got
here's
AIDS.
somebody who knows what's important and goes for it. He just cracked it with some John at a bar around the corner and...
Cracked it.
Oh,
Crap.
oh God.
Get up with the street slang, Terrence.
Took the money and bought the smack.
But that would have been written. They go like, oh, and it cracked it,
wasn't
blah blah
fooling
blah. No, you've got to
himself.
soften it, and you've got to give an explanation because
The
people
honesty
won't
was
understand
breathtaking,
what.
Dad.
Yeah.
After all the hypocrisy, this kid's honesty just blew me away.
He was selling his body to strangers and putting poison...
She's gonna like drop a honky on him in a minute.
Oh no, but they play it off like it's some Jane Austen telemovie thing. But we must get you married to that lovely Baron.
Well, why not back at the flat?
The matter had become a little urgent.
What? Is this a different person? They've.
He works at it 16 hours a day, just like a doctor. If he had children, he'd never see them. He works so hard.
And is this what you want for yourself? Selling your body to strangers and...
Yeah, we got that the last time.
Your arm? Is it?
Oh my God, this is so painful.
There was a time we...
You clearly are now. Is this a monologue? She's
Yeah, no.
back at the park. She's
When was it?
standing there like.
The little girl. The little girl went away.
Went away.
Do you reckon they've got to stand there like Princess Leia when they're in the Millennium Falcon, or no, she's the snow station on Hoth. There's definitely
So what's happening here?
mirroring. Oh, I don't know. They're
David
still
time.
crapping
Because you're
about.
talking over the top.
Baby David.
Jesus.
I remember. You were 4 years old.
Was I? Was in that house.
But does she figure in
Balaclava Chris.
this show at any point for so long that we need to have this whole background about? Were they going to try and pick her up and then they tested with audiences and they said, "What really we don't like"?
No, the scripts are singular. It's just written as a.
The Wilsons were our friends.
No, they
But it just seems like that she's going to come back to the valley and she's going to be.
Yeah, when Mum
it's the
brought David
80s,
home
you
from
gotta
the
do, like,
hospital, was sort of
Pick a
amazing.
They realised, no.
big theme.
Little David.
AIDS, drugs.
Were you happy then?
Yes?
Whereas these days we can have
I
a
mean,
AIDS.
You know, like if you break up with
I'll cut
someone
that
and then you
bit
get
out.
with someone else, I sort of think that
Thanks.
you were never happy with the first
So
person.
now who's talking over it? Do you know what's going on?
Trying to understand.
Don't know much about the sort of man I was then. Long time ago.
Oh.
I was closer to David.
Who's David?
Yes.
I don't know. This is the thing. Is
When he
this
died, it was
important information?
8?
If it's
8 years
important
old?
to the
We'll never
storyline,
know.
Years old.
she died.
You
We'll
went
never
to her.
find out.
I was there for a year after.
Yes. But you went away.
Oh, turning back on you with the absent father.
Daddy ran out on me when I'm 12 years old.
Yeah.
and now I'm
She's
10
a
years
street. She's
later.
a street junkie. She also looks like a silent film actress of the 1920s.
But she's going no, and
No,
like 10 years.
When
That's not
David
enough to go.
died,
Okay,
I went
I've
away.
had to grow up really quickly,
David went away. Sophie
and
went
now I'm
with
that
him.
old, and I can make my own decisions.
I woke up
Okay, dramatic music. Listen, we've got to
in the
listen.
middle of the night in the Roseville house. There was a light on in the study, and I went in to talk
And I
to
saw
her.
something. Oh, it was like you were fucking the
The big
matron or
old
something.
brown one that's
Yeah.
got a leather preserver. Only when I smell whiskey, I think of that.
Oh, so it's not like
Not when I smell
when
leather
I
preserver, when I smell whiskey.
and when I
Bottle
see
on the
white
table
powder on a
next to the
table, I
chair
think
was
of you.
empty, but,
It's
the glass still had some in it, and I could smell it.
you see, alcohol is a drug too.
You were asleep. Your face had sort of collapsed.
Yeah,
That was a
'cause I
magic
was
word.
drunk.
Suddenly
I
he's
knew
going to
that
turn
I
around. The
was
whole
away.
room is like remade up now. It's all
So the
sparkly
rest
and
of you
clean. The two of them are going to like hold hands and dance in a circle.
Well, they're doing the
Why didn't you
the
take me
Mr.
with
Sheen thing on the set next door.
Yeah.
They've got to write all this into the script.
Your mother.
My mother liked CK best. She always liked the boys, and when David died, she
CK.
liked CK.
Is it like Louis C.K. or something? Or it's a musician?
Always thought you'd take me with you.
So
I left
have
you
we
with
heard
the
about
kids, but-
CK before? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think that's
No,
what they
when
were
you
talking
came
about
back.
before. I
Oh, okay.
think.
Where did the rest of you go, Sophie?
Went out watching.
And is this giving them fodder for any possible storylines? He's suddenly CK walks into Wandon Valley looking for Terence.
I think maybe
Found
CK's his
out
son. I don't know.
patterns,
I think you
wrote
do
them
see
down.
his son at some point.
Yeah, he didn't last long.
He's hooked on
became a
bath
writer.
salts
A reporter.
in Brisbane.
Reporter's corner.
He's got a kid in every capital city.
So this is why Terence has got to work so hard. It costs him a fortune
Little
visiting
bit that
his
you
Yeah.
drunken and
left in case I came.
dark kids all over the country.
Oh, I think it's all a figment of
She's
his
still there?
imagination. to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Is it
He's
still
the one who
waiting?
just like.
He's in the supply
think so.
cupboard just sniffing the various medications.
He's
He's the one
just
putting
going,
poison up his arm out in the spa. You see him go. He's going to wake up with this.
Hepatitis
He's
flooding
going to
around
wake
the
up
water.
in his room in the morning and sort of punch a mirror
What
with his
sort of-
jocks.
What sort of shot is that? That was creepy. Ugh.
Are they Michael's?
Pelvis of
You're like having a face over someone's.
Will he be able to get up soon? He's really...
You know, it looked like something out of Ringu or something when it was pulled away.
You've obviously never been to an AMA meeting, Maggie.
Yeah, but
Doctors
was
are
it
the
like an
most
oral
depressed.
sex type thing
Oh,
though?
how many biscuits? I think there were 3 biscuits
Yeah.
on that plate.
Yeah, well, now we know who's fucking
Well,
eating them all.
he's really depressed, what with Bob going...
Fat Catherine Hepburn
I'm
over there.
not his case with you, Joe. But if you do happen to find a wheelchair, maybe tomorrow.
Crutches?
Too early. Have a look at his tib and fib.
Which
I'll
tib
find
and
nicely,
fib?
But no crutches for a week or two.
They were, one of the
Oh,
writers
he
was
used to
in
be able to
hospital
get
one
up
day
soon.
and
And be
they
grateful.
kept on talking about someone's tib and fib. Must be
Welcome to
medical
the
speak.
hospital, matron Sloan speaking.
Oh, yes.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon she's
Well,
trying to think
the
of
reason why
lines
she
every
couldn't
time
go
she
when she is
does
in
the
clinic is because she's
telephone
standing
thing?
right
Okay,
there
I've done the greeting.
Looking at some X-rays.
Oh, fuck,
Yes,
what's the next
now,
line?
Watch this
Dr.
too,
Terence
watch
Elliott,
this
claiming
too.
to be your husband. He's ringing
Bargain.
from Burrigan.
Borrigan.
Full packet. Bang.
Oh,
Darling, you're almost
how
home.
hammy is she?
I know, but
Oh,
she's
this is disappointing.
15 years old.
Yes. Yes, I'll meet you at home.
She was going to vomit.
What does fat Catherine Hepburn have to say?
She's well enough to travel to
What's she doing over the tea trolley? She's just been standing there for 2
Yeah,
minutes.
pocketing biscuits. Yeah, I need to like put those 2 cent, like just cut that middle bit out so you can see where the biscuits were still there.
Yeah.
Stage labour. They have their baby 65 days after they do it.
I see.
That's 200 less.
What's that crackling sound? I think the house is on fire.
Matthew, what have you been doing these children?
Nothing they shouldn't have known years ago. See, Winnie's off her food and she's been throwing up.
The dog's going, I don't know
I was
what's
telling
going
her
on.
she's about to whelp.
The
And then I
dog's
had to
mouthing the
explain that
dialogue to
having
him.
puppies, one thing led to another.
Dad won't let us have puppies.
He said what happens on the set of Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, they always told me not to
Yeah,
go
well,
on
she should have
TV.
been having extra protein. Poor thing. You know, owners who don't cut their pets' needs need cutting them.
Don't cut their pets what? Knees? What did the dog owe him money?
It means they can't have puppies in the
This vet's are serious about it.
Yeah.
Their accountant.
They're gonna like put cement blocks on its legs and chuck it into Barragan Lake.
The trick is to wait until the wet
sack of
season.
water inside her. And before they can be born, that sack of water's
Oh,
got to
Poochie
burst.
sleeps with the fishes.
Okay, girl.
Jeez. These people look more depressed in this room than they do in the heroin one.
I know. They need to make a heroin kids
Oh, she's
version for those.
the queen of skirts. She's great. Good luck.
Right, no. Right.
Why do I feel guilty, Maggie? Why indeed? I'm not that
Well,
much older
I-
than she is. I don't
She's
like her,
23,
she
apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Me, fresh out of medical college.
Why do I have to feel guilty? I just wish she'd go and have
So
her
she's
somewhere
the
else.
daughter is 22, and she's trying
Saying,
to
"I'm not much
pass
older," yeah.
herself off as- How old do you reckon she? I assumed that she was like in her
Well,
40s.
how old did you say the daughter was?
22.
22. So let's like be generous and
And she
say
said, when I was 12, you walked out of me. So there's been 10 years since that. Somewhere along the line, she's gone off to medical school. How long ago was that? I
So
assume she's
she's-
been a doctor for 20 years.
When you
Yeah,
marry a man,
she's
you
trying to
take
say
on
that
his
she's
previous life.
27
When you
years
marry a
old.
divorced man, you take on his previous family.
But they need to establish
that
that
when I did
because
it.
they're
But
yet
I
to have the
didn't
baby
really
episode.
know
Doesn't she
it,
get
if you know
pregnant?
what I mean.
Or she
I know
gets
what you
pregnant
mean.
and she has a
Yeah,
miscarriage.
something
Theory
like
can
that.
only take us so far.
She's punching.
That
She's like,
face.
no, get the fuck out of me.
Look at her grinning, just pushing a wheelchair with no one in it. Did you see her face? She was grinning like a...
Yeah, but she's smug because they didn't think she'd be able to find a wheelchair in a hospital.
You're a little cold, Miss Loveday.
It's all full of... It's got a basket with
Oh,
biscuits
yes.
fluffing. You've done very well, Nats.
That young man has far too much charm for his own
She's
good.
going to scoop the matron up.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the slapstick to begin. Of course, this is the light relief, isn't it?
Yeah. This is going to be
That
like...
doesn't look like very good eyewitness. She lifts the back
Yeah.
up at the heaviest point.
No, this is going to be
determined.
a scene like out of Patton.
Yeah, you're being highly indulged,
Maggie
so
Sloane's
there's
just
a
going to
little
punch him in the
sincerity your
face.
attitude, all right?
Your wig! Your wig!
Get this coward out of here.
Right, we'll try again.
But that's alright because she knows she looks good in uniform.
Yeah. I think, Mr. Langley, that your body...
I think you're buying time to tell you something.
I'm convinced you need it.
Maybe you're right.
All right.
Anyone can
Again,
make you
come on.
sweat.
Oh, don't go there.
Oh,
We'll leave the chair here, Joe.
there's apparently been enough sexual tension charged in this room for the last few days. Anyone that walks in,
Again tomorrow.
Yes.
they'll leave you to play triangle solo. Ah, there we go.
And talk to her
And
imaginary
back to-
friend that she pushes.
Oh, is this the wife?
Ah.
Yep. He's going to come back and say, "We can be happy without the
Yeah.
devil's
She's going to be
brew."
pissed.
Yeah,
It's going to be one of those occasions she's going to be completely naked when he walks in the house with his daughter.
wrapped in glad wrap.
Yeah.
Dr. Fraser? Yes, Mrs. Hampshire.
What was her name?
No,
Headchie?
Dr. Elliot isn't here at the moment.
Head cheese.
I'm known as Dr. Fraser. Yes, we are married, but... If you could call into the clinic tomorrow morning, I can make an appointment for you then.
Was that a motorbike
Well, I
sound?
haven't got got the appointments booked.
Did Terence sound
that's
like,
Terence. He's
but it sounded like he was pulling up on a motorbike.
yeah.
With doors, so I heard the door closed. It's good.
He's one of those extremely big road bikes.
Darling,
Darling?
Oh,
what do you want?
Sophie's room's
You hear the
already
magical
going.
chimes again.
I'll put Sophie's back in the room.
but it's so dull and drawn out. The
Oh,
editor's
look.
going.
We're both two ladies in our mid-20s.
We can discuss our ladies' periods together and braid our hair.
Dinner won't be long.
Right.
Is she wearing go-go boots?
Yeah. Oh,
How are you feeling?
And
she's
they
coming.
only
She's
know
coming
how
off.
to make one salad in
Yeah.
the show.
No.
But she's trying to come off a heroin.
And then we'll get you to bed.
Terence has no hesitation to like. She's like a recovering addict at this point.
Control.
He just
But
like
is
puts.
he gonna-
But he puts a bottle of wine like to.
Right.
Right.
Is this going to be an issue? No.
Right.
She's okay. She's okay to drink.
Right.
The important thing.
No,
is
I think
rest,
she's going to have a go at him.
food,
Like, oh, see,
and a normal
it's
routine.
all right
And we'll
for
get
me
some
to be on the
counselling.
smack, but
Oh, damn, I didn't warm the plates.
We can cope with that.
Cope with that? Cope with cold
oh.
That's wholesome.
I wish you'd brush your hair out of her face. That just makes me feel itchy.
She
It's gotta be
can't.
in it.
One strong gust of breeze and that whole hair is just going to blow straight off her head like a dandelion. It's so dry.
Were you last time, like?
No, I've been living with a vegetarian, someone who...
But
you know,
Sophie's going to fit right in because she clearly doesn't believe in conditioner either. So.
But do you know what I mean? Like about she's a recovering addict at this
Yeah.
point, and they're just
Tell me
hooking
what
straight into the
kind of
wine.
Vegetarian? Do you eat cheese? Do you eat eggs? And some so-called vegetarians eat chicken and fish. It just means they don't like red meat. Can you give me a list of what you'll need? Because I have to do the shopping and I don't have very much time.
It's okay, Alex. I'll get the list.
You've got to go through me.
Yeah.
Can you explain to Sophie about protein, how a vegetarian gets it?
Look, I'm not an idiot.
Because I need crazy malnutrition.
As if anyone would behave like that.
Mm.
It's making these two look pretty normal.
This is ridiculous. I should go.
No.
She
True.
hates having me.
Will?
I hate having you.
Alex is tired. She's
We're only
been
coming back
in
to
the
boost our
hospital
patient
for
stats.
staying.
Oh, now she...
Mrs. Winters.
Now
She
she
can't get up.
wants the hot plate.
I'll see you later.
Should I?
No, it's all right.
She's arranged with someone, give me a call, just so I've got an excuse to
Yeah.
go, I've got to go out so I can warm my
Oh,
place.
yeah.
There you go.
Just drops it to its death.
I was screaming in agony.
Yeah. Kids going like this laugh. Yeah. The first thing it does is drop a dog and it's like, ooh. You hear the dog just go,
And
ooh.
Mum running down the street in her negligee trying to get the duck back.
It's probably a male.
At the end of it.
Just got to...
Oh, he's going to stand up and just trod straight in the basket.
Crisis under the shower.
He's going to start eating the puppies.
Oh my god. Can't act.
Sandra Wheeler in a negligee
Can't.
to treat the judge's heart attack. What? The judge, you remember, lives 3 doors down. There's a boxer dog.
Boxy, remember, she had a boxer dog until that fucking stupid vet.
Anyway, I think this is
Deal with the
Wheeler
thing.
with the negligee stream
He's like the
between
vet in,
Waldo the duck.
League of Gentlemen
Yeah,
that kills all the
kills
animals.
May have had a slight stroke.
Yeah, Mum must have been in great shape in those days.
Well, the judge certainly thought so. So, what was the...
So I've admitted her for observation.
Yes, Waldo was always escaping. What did you used to call him?
The mandrake of Alcatraz.
That's right. I remember she comes back. She's such a
Sophie, I'm trying to explain
such
to
a
Father
twat about everything.
one of his patients. So if you can cut the cozy room.
You've got to make the audience hate her and want to
It's okay.
her
No,
out.
it's not okay. I'm being treated
Oh!
like
I
Oh,
love that. She's been there for 2 seconds. She was telling a
I
story.
think I might go to bed.
They've
You've
driven
got-
all the way from.
You've got
Sydney.
2 45-year-old women pretending to be,
Thanks a lot.
like, they're meant to be playing 22-year-olds,
Oh, that's
and yet they're
right,
both
yeah.
acting like they're 10.
See, I have to be reminded of that she's meant to be in her 20s. Because
A bit unnecessary, don't you think?
I've been
I'm
so
taking this
worried
to my
about
room.
you and my room.
If you say so.
I'm going to chuck my dinner in the bin like that vet did to to some puppies.
What is it?
Oh, I think I'm going crazy.
You're what?
It's a really strange feeling.
If someone goes, look,
After the operation,
I'm worried about the
I
state of my
died.
mental health. Oh, you're
I
what?
died, and I came back to life again. It makes everything
This is a
seem so
hospital.
different.
We don't talk about these things.
For a start, it proves that I can die.
Didn't you know you could
Do you reckon
feel
he's allowed to have...
Well, I did, but
Is he nil by mouth and she's just coming to gloat with her biscuits and
No, we got the one biscuit the other day.
when I came to
He's had
Wandon
his
Valley,
food for the week.
I only planned to
Look
stay
at
for
it
a
trying
couple
to
of
get
weeks,
the
and I ended up staying
coquettish
longer. And
eyes.
I'm busy looking at that
Oh, I
fucking
know.
hideous
Some
fringe
people
she's got.
special
Oh,
to me,
yeah.
and I died here. Wandon Valley is the place where I died. That's a really hard thought to come
Is
to.
there some like
Oh, yeah,
suicide
but
pact there for me?
I died.
I want to know the content of that conversation with Bob, because he seemed to be pretty
Yeah.
shaken up by the time he left.
Yeah, I know. What sort of horrors did he hear in the bed next to him? But at the same time, he was like had the shirt undone, was
Well, yes,
posing
but there are other special
I
people
think there's
around.
like
something
he was
wrong with
straight
that
out of a
room.
nurse's like calendar.
Because there's
photo
one
shoot.
particular room they always have patients in when it's
The reason is you're a crazy
like the
patient
bed
and
head is on the left of the screen.
Yeah.
In that one, that's when they have all the.
It's called a set.
But you know, there's the other one where it's the mirror image. That's the one where
Yeah.
they put the really sick patients. I think that's the intensive care, which always seemed to be a long way away from the
Just a little
the one
hard-nosed.
admin desk
Yeah.
in the hospital.
This is the most you've
That's why
actually
they look
seen
like
of like
patients.
Terence's house.
open to correction.
Like normally you never saw it that much.
I had great difficulty in finding
I seem to remember it a lot.
Great difficulty
And they're
in
always
persuading
drinking
her to come
wine,
back.
which is probably why I remember.
This is my daughter. I'd like you to welcome her.
Because I'm sorry, I shouldn't scold you like this. I've just been walking around scolding women in Sydney. It's
She's your
taken a while
daughter.
to
I
shake the
respect
habit.
Oh, he's
I married you knowing you
he was
were
getting into that pimp lifestyle while he was in the cross.
He smacks her and says, now go and make me a
He's
sandwich.
going to come out in a
Sorry, a sandwich.
sandwich. He's going to come out in like a purple fucking hat with a feather hanging out.
Well,
of
it wouldn't be too out of place. Look at
Yeah.
that. I know it's got a bit of a
or a servant
plaid
in my own
thing in there,
house,
but he could,
particularly not
come
one
out
Sophie
with the
who's
pimp
abused
hat,
our hospitality.
start drinking his
Abused.
wine in a big gold goblet.
We
You go,
trusted
yeah,
her
that
and she
makes
stole
sense.
from us.
So she took a prescription pad.
She did? Yours or mine?
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters. Yours or mine.
As it happens, mine.
So there are fake prescriptions with your name on them floating around the cross at the moment.
They're going to fill them like anyone's doing a big investigation about him.
And the $3,000 you gave?
It was stolen.
Unless they have to. Is there something about...
And my grandmother's brooch?
There we go. Now, no, she's got reason to be pissed.
Yeah, it's the first
It's a
time it's been
brooch,
justified. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is a nightmare.
a brooch has gone missing.
This is not a normal person.
Yeah, it was a brooch from Klein.
It is a junkie, and it's going to go on and on and on, and I am having difficulty in dealing with it. Do you
So I'm going to
understand
live
what
with
I'm
Matron
saying?
Sloane.
Sophie is not an it. She's a sick child.
She's not a child.
She's 48.
Yeah,
Oh,
She's 22
Sorry.
years old. When I was 22, I was an adult.
3 years
You were
ago.
22, you were probably an adult. What makes her any different?
What makes her different is her illness.
Her illness is self-inflicted.
Oh, it just makes me
That's
think
real. I still have
that
to
Norm
help her.
MacDonald
You
thing where they
can't.
go, when they talk about alcoholism as an illness, speaks to a cancer patient,
She wants to stop
and
taking heroin, and there is
Yeah.
not a
what are your
damn thing that you
symptoms
can do
or all
for
these
her.
terrible things? What about you? I have increased self-confidence and I'm extra happy.
Where's she staying?
How haggard does he look in that shot?
Yeah, camera's up too close.
Yeah. Is that a deliberate thing though?
Nightmare.
Is that we're going to make him look...
Oh, I don't think they can help
My
it.
Yeah.
daughter For 22 years.
It's so, that screen's so
Much
grainy.
longer than I've been your wife, yes.
I can't just dump her.
Yeah, it's easy. I can do the job if you want. We'll drown her in the hot tub. No one's going to know. There's a privacy screen.
Some of the look at that legit
He
acting.
looks like he's got AIDS. Has she got a mullet?
Our patient this morning, matron.
Yeah, she's got the clippers on the side.
That's when she goes home.
No, in this video, yeah, it just looks like she's going, oh, can I have a blade 4 on the... Just like, just from the ear, like, not right at the front, but I want it just from my ear over to the other side.
That's why she's rolling her eyes. You young people and your slutty haircuts. I thought he couldn't sit up.
Well, guess what?
Piece of cake.
You don't get a second biscuit, you're not gonna get a fucking piece of cake in this hospital.
Didn't he have...
No.
Why was he having trouble getting up? Was it... I thought he had internal injuries and then
I don't even know what his accident was. I don't know what happened to him.
Take my entire stuff.
He's got a broken arm and leg.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But when he was trying to sit up, they go, oh, no, you know, they did that. Okay, you get out of the bed if... oh, there you go.
One dog missing.
They're greedy, aren't they?
No comment.
Reckon I ought to throw an ad in, eh?
I'm a little pissed off and judgmental of him now.
G'day, kids. I found your mum. Had a yarn with her.
What do you say? I found your mum.
Yeah.
So they're pissed off at him. Oh, maybe it's like, oh, is everything going to be alright?
She's only home on sufferance. We worked out what the problem was, and it's you lot.
Oh, what?
If you don't behave, she'll be gone again, and that's flat.
All you need to do is find a puppy that's... find a dog that's going to have puppies.
How know what
They
it
need a
is.
bit of time, a bit of effort, but they're good kids.
How would you know?
Because you just left them with us for 48 hours, that's how. Look, if there's things
he got a
wrong with
speech
your married
impediment?
mate, you fix them. Don't blame your kids.
I think it's all the ether they're just pumping into this room. No one seems to be able to speak properly in this house.
One blue blood.
A battered hound.
Yeah.
All there.
Well, it is after I get to an
You
animal.
didn't even ring to see how they were,
With
okay?
11 beautiful puppies.
Well, aren't you going to say thank you?
So is the dog his as well? So you've looked
Yeah.
after my children and
my
you've
dog,
birthed
yeah.
the puppies and...
Now I'll be round to check on the pups, give them their shots and stuff. So, Malcolm, good trip up to Coffs, was it?
So he's gone up to Coffs Harbour for a holiday.
Yeah.
You're not coming to the clinic or the hospital today?
I don't think Sophie should be left on her own at the moment.
It's obviously a strong storyline because they go, okay, cut. They're just
Yeah.
we're tapping out.
We
on this
paid no attention to what the setup premise was in the pub in the last episode.
sorry
so.
about
So we can't really comment on it.
No, we've got to get you well.
I don't blame her.
Now, what do you want for breakfast?
I mean, if it was my house and my marriage, I certainly wouldn't want a junkie daughter back.
It's funny how she's the most reasonable
Stop
one.
thinking
Yeah.
of yourself in those terms.
Now, a counsellor would say, why do you do such and such?
Well, I guess that means I'm talking like a father for a change.
Yeah, I really don't blame her. I wanted to get rid of me.
I love how it's the country, you know this because they drink their
Welcome
milk
to
out of a
stay
jug.
As long as you want.
I was always obsessed with that. It's like, do they have the milk bottle and then they pour it into a ceramic jug?
Terence Elliott.
How much milk do they need at the table?
Dr. Black. Oh,
No, this is where it's going to get the news.
Yes, that's right.
That she's got AIDS.
Yeah.
Sophie's
They're
father.
going to give the results over the phone.
Yeah.
You want to talk to her about the blood test? Soph?
Hello, Dr.
See,
Black.
she didn't actually provide a phone number for this house. She's just, doctors just go around and do their own detective work.
Yeah, video drone music starts.
Yeah. Suddenly the hand starts becoming one with the phone. She goes around beating people over
Well,
the head
no,
with
you're
the
going to
rest
have
of
to
the
give me a
episode.
little bit of time. Yes, I'll call you when I've...
When it's full blown.
Yep. Thank you.
Is it the Chariots of Fire music about to start? Dong,
Yeah.
dong, dong, dong. I have to run back to Sydney. Dong, dong.
Sophie?
I have piles.
He's telling me...
I've got the HIV.
AIDS
AIDS
positive.
positive.
What does that mean?
I have an AIDS
It's really
test
good.
She
AIDS.
had a blood test in London.
And were they calling from London? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning in
Yeah.
London, and AIDS positive.
AIDS positive. You're up with the lingo.
Just sounds
And
like
how did you get AIDS? Putting poison up your arm?
As opposed to drinking the poison like you, Dad. It's alright, there are pretty animals to soothe us after that.
Soothing.
So I remember this being sort of like a double episode. Do they just, the next episode, she's not around and they go, oh yeah, she's back up in Sydney or she's over in London getting
all episodes
treatment.
like a two-parters.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have like, you know, a central storyline like in those 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then that central storyline moves, it's like professional wrestling.
Yeah,
that
it
moves
moves
down
down to the
down the
minor
slot. Yeah, yeah. And they can play it out over other multiple episodes.
Yeah.
But it's not
And
the
they can do
it's not the
callbacks
major
and
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Like the way that, you know, they're concluding the sort of nurse with a broken arm and leg.
Yeah. Oh, he was a nurse.
Yeah.
He was the nurse. Now I know who he is.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
You just assume that everyone's a farmer or a plumber or amateur
Fan
barman
of
or
this
something
show.
like that. Sorry?
Or a fan of this show.
Yeah.
Trust me, I
Now
watched
I
this
remember.
under sufferance.
Do they get married?
Yeah, and then someone dies, isn't it?
Yeah, someone dies.
Yeah.